Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all the IBDP students who will be sitting for the chemistry October 25 exams. As you know that 31st October, you'll be given the paper number 1, which consists of the paper number 1A and 1B. And the 3rd November, after the weekend, you'll be giving the paper number 2. Now, this is a completely new course which has been tested first time in the May 2025. Completely new course because paper number 3 has been completely deleted and it has been shifted to paper number 1 the paper number 3 section number A. Can you recall, these will be there shifted to the paper number 1B. These are the database questions we'll be having, and we have to prepare from the past papers of the paper number 3 section number A. Now, before going to that, let's go to the details of the of insight of this. And yes, I'll be giving some tips of the exams, and I'll be going through a specimen paper the of the new course which was issued by the IBDP board. And if you don't have the paper with you all, so you can send me a mail. I'll be sharing my email ID to you. There are some tips videos which I have sent, which I've uploaded in my YouTube channel. You can go to the past papers videos which I've solved. You can go over those. That will be very helpful for the typical questions which I found it very interesting and which regularly comes. Now, this is a portion we have to go deeper into it. um the students of the chemistry SL and HL, they will be giving their paper number 1 on Friday afternoon session. How it is distributed: HL will be having 2 hours to do. The SL the SL students will be having 1 hour 30 minutes to do. Now you'll be having the weekend, and after that, after you come from the weekend, you have to all important paper number 2 you have to do in the morning session, which will be HL student will be having 2 hours 30 minutes, and the SL student will be having 1 hour 30 minutes. Now, how it is distributed, how the weightage is distributed, this is very important. Typically, what happens is that in the paper number 2, you'll be having a descriptive based questions, which will be testing your theory depth you have gone into. MCQs will be having the multiple choice questions, but yes, the theory details will be tested in the paper number 2 as such. Now, going to this thing, how it is weighted out. Now, we know that you have got a IA, you had done an IA already. That IA was contributed to 20% of the grades. Now, how is the other things actually segregated? If you see that when we talk about the all the weightage, the paper number 1 will be having weightage of 36% for the SS student, and it will be HL students also 36%. Now, how the time will be different for the SL and the HL students. And the marks, the standard level, they will be having 35, we will be having 55 marks over here, and it will be having what, it will be having 90 minutes to answer the questions, whereas the HL students will be having a 20 marks extra, means 75 marks will be having, and you'll be having 120 minutes to answer the questions. Just remember one an important tip over here: always in the multiple choice questions, always go for the elimination method. This is very important, right? Elimination method will be very helpful for you. The wrong answers you select first and try to eliminate them from left to right. Eliminate them, then we'll be having two answers which will be there. That will be easier and most better way to do it, rather than to go from one question to the other and one question to the other. You do the elimination method. Now, coming to the paper number 2, all important paper number 2, because paper number 2 will be testing your depthness of your theory which you have revised. That's very important, that you have to go deeper into IBDP. The theory that will be very importantly tested. And yes, the tips for the exams, you'll be seeing that 3 4 chapters will be punched into one question. That will be like a multiple chapters in one question. Suppose question number 2, they'll be having multiple chapters which are there. Usually be seeing that one question will be there, which is there will be linking up the order of the reactions from the kinetics chapter and the SN1 SN2. That question is almost there every year. And yes, Boltzmann distribution curve, if you see the Boltzmann distribution curve for the lower NG is this, for the lower temperature, and the higher temperatures, this Boltzmann distribution curve will be also there, and the activation age is over here. The other way around is a very common choice of the question setters, where you will be given the temperature and you'll be asked to find out the lower temperature graph. This is the lower temperature graph, the green one. So how is this paper 2 segregated? The paper 2 is having a crucial 44% contribution. Yes, the SL students will be having 50 marks out of it, and it will be having 90 minutes to solve that question. The HL student will be having 90 marks and will be having 150 minutes to solve that question. Now, this is very important that if you see, whenever we are seeing the paper number two is very important that you don't rush to answer the question. My suggestion, if it's having a 4 marker question, 5 marker question, just try to make some notes, some bullet notes. You might not understand that, okay, the third point should come first. So it's very important how you arrange the questions, right? Write down the notes of the answers and we have to arrange it. Now, I'll be showing you some the specimen paper of the new syllabus. The new syllabus is already tested in the May 2025 exams. And yes, the same level of the difficulty level will be there. But you have to see that the paper number 1B has been shifted from the paper number 3. So those who are practicing for paper number 1B, it's very important that the paper number 3 past papers questions of 2018, 19, 20, 21, 23, you can solve the first section of it. That's the database question. Database question is linked up to your overall experiments which you had done in your school, and experiments linked to the theory. The theory portion will be having a different kind of, you have to innovate the theory, means you have to improvise what you learned in the theory, linking with the practicals. Now I'll be showing you one specimen paper. If you don't have the specimen paper, you can send a email at this ID. I'm Anshuman, and I'm a senior IBDP chemistry HL teacher, and this is my email ID. And yes, I have uploaded many question papers, tricks to solve. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will be helping you to get email alerts for the all the students globally, wherever they are. I upload some past paper questions, some theory portions on the YouTube almost every day. At the end of my day, I upload. So you can subscribe the channel, because you'll be getting an email alert that will be telling you that the email of which topic I have sent. Now I'll be moving on to the specimen paper. Now this is a specimen paper which has been given by the IBDP board. If you don't have it or your teachers has not sent you, please send me an email. Please do subscribe to my channel. You'll be getting many videos of the tips. So I'm going to the part now. So we are now seeing that how does the specimen paper look like. This is the it's chemistry HL paper number 1A. And remember one thing, that this is very important, that the multiple choice questions you have to segregate by the elimination method. So here we have got the thin layer chromatography. Yes, separation techniques are very important. My suggestions, in your new Oxford book, you'll be seeing that the separation techniques of chromatography is tested, distillation, the simple distillation, the fraction distillation. This will be a common question will be there. And chromatography, try to go to the RF value concept which you learned in your GCSEs or your IBMYP. So this will be the pattern of the question. Ionization and the ionization energy questions are also important. So this will be type the pattern of the paper number 1A you're seeing over here. See, this will be the HNMR question. HNMR will be also linked with the IR, linked with the MS in the paper number 2. There will be a sort of a multiple chapter questions. These are the questions which you're seeing. Hess's law. Hess's law, my suggestion is that X, Y will be given away instead of these values. You're very lucky if you get the values. X, Y, Z algebra kind of questions will be there. Hess's law is a must. So these are the questions which you're having. Yes, the enthalpy level diagram. You know that how to draw activation AG, how to draw the delta H. So this is the paper number 1A you're having. And we are going to the specimen paper of the this will be, there will be the mark scheme also, which you can go through. That mark scheme will be at the end of that one. Now the paper number 1B is the database questions. As I have told to you, the database question will be linking up your chemistry practicals which you did in through the entire year. My suggestion for the new students who have joined the DP1, my suggestion, always try to have a spiral notebook which you carry down to your practical room whenever the practicals is being held in your school. And yes, always to practice the IA. My suggestion, always try to, after doing a practical in a school, write down that introduction part, background information, then you write down the data collected, right? And these things will be there, right, to will be helping out in your paper number 1B for you to excel. So this is a paper number 1B you're having. The database questions will be there. So it will be just, don't hurriedly do this database question, just to analyze the data and try to link up with the theory which you have done. It will be very, very important that you link up the theory. It will be interesting part. This you will be enjoying. Yes, more database questions, if you practice, that will be very good. If you want the database questions from my question bank, you can send me an email also, and that will be really helpful. I'll be sending you the database questions of my question bank, and the topic wise past papers also. The mark scheme is given over here. Now, uh, right now, about the chemistry paper HL of paper number 2, as I have told to you, that this will be testing your theory part deeply. Those who have just superficially done the theory, they will be tested over here. So IR curve, as I have told to you, that it will be having an IR curve with a mass spectrometer, with a, see, so you'll be having questions in the paper number 2 similar like this. It's almost similar to the paper number 2 which were there early in the earlier syllabus. But yes, there are some portions of the paper number 3. Suppose the cells which has been added, the all the methanol cell, hydrogen fuel cell, that was not there earlier. That has been transferred from the paper number 3 to the new syllabus. So this is the paper you are getting, and at the end you'll be having the mark scheme which are there. It's a long paper, so be very, very attentive when you're doing the paper. Take deep breaths in the middle, because it will be a long paper to solve for the paper number 2. You have to be very, very crucial in that, right? Now, moving to this part, see the mark scheme of the paper number 2 is there, right? We're going over here. Now coming to the part of the crucial portion of the mark scheme which is there. And yes, I forgot. The free radical substitution of alkane, you can note it down: methane plus chlorine and ethane plus bromine. Practice the free radical substitution reactions. Those, one of them will be coming in your board exams. That's a very common. And SN1, SN2, you have to go through that SN1, SN2 mechanism, and E1, E2, and the part of that benzene substitution reaction. That is also mechanisms practice. A 4 to 6 marker question will be there in the mechanisms. More you practice the curly arrow, it will be better. The curly arrows is a must. So this is the for the SL students, this is the paper number 1, this similar kind of paper, right? Over here. Polymerization, I forgot. Polymerization is very important. How to draw the repeating unit from the monomer, and monomer to the repeating unit, vice versa. These are the repeating units you have given, right? So that also is a common question which comes. I'll be uploading some tips also in the future videos. You just one. Okay. So this is the mark scheme of the SL student. This is the paper number 1B for the SL students. So the database questions will be there. We'll be testing your practicals done in your school with your theory which you have done. So this is the mark scheme. So for those who needs the paper number 1B question bank, you can email to me. I'll be more than happy to send you my question bank to you. So these are the mark scheme which is there. So this is very important, that if you have to excel in the IB, make sure that the theory portion should be done properly. And thank you so much. You can email me for any topic-wise, chapter-wise papers from my question bank which I've prepared. You can also send me a mail, and do subscribe the channel. It will be helping you to get more video updates which I upload every day almost. There are some past paper question discussions. You can also go through those videos. Thank you so much, everybody, and wishing you best of luck for the students who are giving that IB exam in October. This will be a new syllabus and it is already tested. So best of luck for everybody. Do reach out to me for any sort of question banks or any sort of questions, queries you have. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Best wishes. Thank you.